Well, hello, it's Dan here and it's the 11th of June 2025. Don't click off. I know I'm a 40-year-old bloke with a beard and long hair, but I still think you can get a lot from this video. So let's go through it and have a look. So here we are, we have fruit number one, in no particular order, I must say. So these are strawberries. This is variety Malling Centenary, an absolutely delicious strawberry to grow. Really, really nice, really, really lovely to eat. Lovely ornamental as well. Let's have a look. Good year. Oh, there's something's had a go at that one. Never mind, not just me that wants them. Yeah, but I've heard that strawberries all over the country this year are doing well. It's meant to be a good year for them. So really, really lovely there. Many different varieties you can grow, and I could spend loads of time picking these, and I've already had quite a few of these already, and there's loads here. Absolutely wonderful, and there we are. I've been making YouTube videos now for over 10 years, so on my channel you'll find quite a lot of information on this subject, and indeed many other subjects of growing your own fruit and veg as well. So I'm going to link a load of videos in the description box below, and what you'll see there is many of the fruits I'm going to show you today. They're not ready for harvest yet, they're not ripe, they're just not ready yet, but you'll see some of them in their glory. Let's go in the tunnel. So here we are, peaches. These are variety Dixie Red, and goodness gracious me, we're expecting a lovely crop this year. So look at them, look, absolutely beautiful, absolutely gorgeous, really lovely yellow flesh variety. Once upon a time, if not even still so, I'm not 100% sure. You could see the crop here and be ready probably in another 6 weeks or so, something like that. Beautiful. So behind me here, I have some absolutely wonderful fruits. And we'll start over here. Grapes, we have pears, we have a plum tree, and we have an apple tree. Let's take a closer look. Absolutely beautiful US variety. I recommend it very strongly indeed. So basically, you want to check out my grape videos. Grape videos, because I've made loads of them, and you'll see them in the description box below, and it will show you the varieties I've got. It will show you them, what they're like when they fruit, what they taste like, taste comparisons, taste tests, etc. I strongly recommend people get into the growing of grapes here in the UK and similar climates, and even if you're in a very cold climate, you can often find grape varieties that will grow in your area. So I strongly recommend you check out those videos, and I strongly recommend you grow grapes, but watch them videos first. Okay, so now we go on to pears. Now this is variety Concord, and a really nice variety. One of the parents of this, if I remember correctly, is the Conference pear, which is a very popular variety indeed, and got a nice little crop that this is carrying. These will probably be ready around September, October time. Loads of different varieties of pear you could grow, and once again I strongly recommend you grow pears if indeed you wish to. Plums behind me. So this is variety Jubilee. One of the parents of this variety is Victoria, which is a lovely traditional British plum. Many of you will be aware of it already, but this is one of the offspring, descendants, etc. of it. If you want to go into that, I can't remember what Victoria was crossed with to make this, but one of them was Victoria anyway. You can look into that yourself. Lovely tree. So I've had this tree, you know, for quite a long time now. You can see just how big it's got. And this is the first year it appears to be carrying quite a nice sized crop. So I've got some there, look. I've got some down here, which is nice. And as I go over the tree, I can see plums. There you are. So they'll be like a purpley colour when they're ready. There's loads of different varieties of plum you can get. Okay, so behind me we have apples. I've got two varieties here, one of which is Gala over there, which seems to have fell. I need to sort that out. And the other one is Worcester Pearmain. Both beautiful apples to grow. So we'll go over here. So this is the Gala apple tree, which has fell there. So I just need to prop that up a little bit. You see it's carrying a crop here of small apples here. These will be ready late September, October time. And over here we have Worcester Pearmain, which these are ready, if I remember correctly, around late July time. Let's have a look. Doesn't look like it's carrying a massive crop this year, which wouldn't surprise me, because last year I think it cropped prolifically. But yeah, it is carrying a crop. But yeah, this once upon a time was very important commercially here in the UK. I don't think it's quite as important now, although you can still buy them in some supermarkets. So variety Worcester pearmain, one good thing is when you're growing your own fruit, you can grow what varieties you want to grow, some of which may not be available or not as easily as available as they could be. So you can grow stuff that ain't necessarily available, and that's good. So we'll move on to raspberries now. So I really love raspberries. Some people suggest they might be invasive because they do sucker up like that. There we are. Do your research before you grow things. That's very important for everything I'm telling you about today and indeed other days. Always do your own research, peeps, and make responsible decisions. But anyway, yeah, let's have a look. So yeah, as I span over here, you can see got them covered up with a net that I've got the cherry tree covered with. We'll get into that in a minute. But yeah, look at them, look, absolutely beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This is variety Golden Queen. These are incredibly sweet. Not the biggest variety, but nonetheless beautifully sweet. So very much worth growing raspberries if you can. Cherries, now cherries are a great crop to grow. Traditionally the trees were quite big, but with modern day things, etc., they all can be smaller now. This is variety Stella. Really beautiful. This is actually on a minaret rootstock. So you can see it's quite small. Let's have a look at the cherries. Here we are, look, wonderful. Look at them, look, wonderful. Cherries, these are ripening. Probably ripen in about a month or so. Depends on the weather, of course. But yeah, carrying a nice crop. Yeah, cool, crikeys. Yeah, there are. There is a nice crop here. Not ready yet. I'm trying to delve in here to see if I can find one. Nah, this isn't ready at all. But let's just try it. So yeah, this is not a ready cherry, okay, but I'm going to eat it anyway. I wouldn't recommend you do so. Nice sour cherry, actually. Quite nice. Yeah, cherries, great crop to grow. And apparently sour cherries, I think it said, are meant to be quite beneficial for gout sufferers. Let's hope you do not get gout. But apparently cherry juice, etc., is good for it. So you can get medicinal benefits from the food you grow in your own garden, allotment, etc. So you're going to have to forgive me here. The garden's looking a little bit more rustic than I would like. I'm doing a bit of moving around, but there we are. That's just how it goes. So we'll have a look at some more crops, etc., fruits. Let's have a look. Right, so here we have grapes. So this is Muscat Blanc. Absolutely beautiful, and this is going to get a huge crop this year. I mean, you can see these, look, it's just going to have so many bunches of grapes on it. So make sure you check out them grape videos and the other videos if you want to see. So we go all the way over to here, look. Now this brings us here to a persimmon, otherwise known as a Sharon fruit, and this is carrying a good crop as well. So you see these will be the fruits here. So persimmon, however you want to say it, otherwise known as Sharon fruit. You can grow those in the UK as well. Very interesting video, description box below, check that out. This is variety Rojo Brilliante, by the way. So we go over here, and what I got here are more grapes. This is variety Ria. Lovely, good sized grape. Recommend you look into this variety. Whoops. And here I've got another apple tree. Look at that, look, absolutely beautiful. Look at that. These are more of a cooking apple, actually. The variety, I don't know what it is. I have forgotten. Figs, don't forget figs. Absolutely lovely to grow. Add a touch of the exotic to your garden. Really, really well worth growing. So you see behind here, look, I've got another fig tree here. Never really has produced much. This is in the ground, but I'm not going to give up on it yet. But this brings me more to the grapes. Crikeys, I've got so many grapes coming. A bit jungly actually, but yeah, you really want to check out all of these videos in the description box because there's so much you can glean. Oh, here we go. This is, look at that, look. This looks like this is from the Fuyu persimmon that I've got. So there, look at that, look, yeah. So it's carrying a crop there as well. Crikeys. In fact, no, that is from the Rojo Brilliante. The Fuyu is down here. So you can all see I've got plenty of work to do here, but that's fine. I will get to it in good time. Let's see if we can find some gooseberries down here. I've got gooseberry plants. Let's see if they've got any gooseberry crop on them. Aha, here we go. This one here has got some gooseberries on it. Not quite ready yet. I'm sure if I looked harder I'd find more, although the birds may have had a lot of them. Okay, so we're going to go in here now into one of my polytunnels, another polytunnel. Oh, crikeys, get out of the way. So, a bit rustic in here, but you'll be able to see the peach tree. Look at that, look. This is variety Peregrine. Lovely white flesh variety, absolutely covered in crop. As you can see, I need to do some weeding in this polytunnel, but nonetheless, if we go through here, look, you can really see the massive peach crop that this tree is carrying. So you don't have to grow your crops in the ground, you can grow them in pots as well if you want. So you see these plums I've got here, hasn't got such a good crop on that at the moment, probably could do with a water, but here we go. So this is an apple tree growing in a pot. This is variety Winter Gem. There you go. So yeah, all in all, looking quite good. And also, you might get little situations like this. So you can see I've got a cherry tree here. This is variety Sunburst. And here I've got strawberries growing in the bottom. Not optimal, obviously, but you can do that as well if you want. And I've got blueberries over there as well. I hope you enjoyed that. Please feel free to watch it again if you want. All the best. Goodbye.